Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you a really quick look using some of my current go-to products. You guys know how much I love to review things here on my channel, but sometimes it's really nice to take a step back for a minute and just use things that I already have. So I wanted to do that and kind of share with you guys what I have been reaching for a lot lately. So most of these products are not going to be a surprise if you are somebody who watches my videos consistently, but I'm really excited to create a look with the products I have sitting in front of me, and I'm even more excited because today's video is sponsored by e.l.f, which is incredible. What a dream come true. I love e.l.f. I know how much you guys love e.l.f. as well, and we are specifically going to be talking about the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, which is one of my favorite foundations right now. It is so incredible. You guys have seen me use this over and over on my channel for the past couple of months since it launched, so we're going to be using it again, which I am thrilled about because e.l.f. has been a brand that has been in my routine literally since high school, which is crazy to think about. And it's amazing to see how far e.l.f. has come now, and they are really one of the best drugstore brands out there. I feel like there's something for everyone. They seriously create amazing products for your eyes, lips, and face, which is what e.l.f. stands for. I think that's the cutest. So yeah, let's just do my makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and clip my hair back. To start though, we're gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, another favorite of mine. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, and I like to use this just focused in the T-zone because that's where I have the largest pores. So I take a small amount and just kind of smooth it along this area here, and it makes the T-zone look airbrushed. I love this stuff. I've used this for forever as well. I'm gonna put some on the chin and on the forehead. Again, just to really kind of smooth out that T-zone. All right, so now we're gonna go into the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This comes in 20 different shades. I wear the shade Fair 120N. I just barely talked about this in my favorites video. I meant to put it in my February favorites, but completely spaced it. So I feel like it's good timing though to use it again on my channel since I just talked about it. I love the coverage on this, but it's also really lightweight. So I have one pump on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use the Complexion Duo Brush from e.l.f. and just start to pick up like about half on the back of my hand for one half of my face. We'll do one side at a time. And I'm just gonna start buffing this into the skin. You can see how full coverage this is. It has a really beautiful finish and it has really good ingredients in it, like collagen, peptides, and niacinamide, literally three of my favorite ingredients that I love to incorporate into my skincare routine. So I'm just continuing to buff this all over the face. And I haven't even used the entire full pump. I'm gonna take a little bit more, but it just shows you how little you need for extreme full coverage. But it feels so lightweight, so it's not like a heavy full coverage, which I really like. Okay, next I'm gonna take a little bit of what's left on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this with an e.l.f. sponge. You guys were the ones who told me to buy this, and it really is so good. It feels super luxurious and compares to some of my high-end sponges. And I feel the same way about the CC cream as well. It looks like a luxurious foundation and feels like one too, but it's so much more affordable, which is the best. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which you guys know I've used for such a long time and I love. And I know so many of you guys love this too. I'm just gonna put a bit of that underneath the eyes. This is the shade Fair Beige. And I'm actually gonna take the other side of the Complexion Duo Brush, and I'm gonna use this brush to blend that out. Once I have the concealer pretty much blended, I'm gonna go back into my e.l.f. sponge and just really press that into the skin underneath the eyes. Okay, let's go ahead and set the face. This is also from e.l.f. I've used this for such a long time. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I've said this before in the past when I used this on my channel, but I love it because it sets the face, but it doesn't take away from the luminosity, especially since the CC cream makes my skin look super healthy. I don't want to get rid of that finish completely. So this is a great powder to kind of pair with this because you can set the face, which I like to set my whole face because I find that my makeup just lasts so well. But this has a slight bit of a glow to it. So you get the longevity because you're using a powder, but you don't have to compromise a glowy, healthy finish. I'm just gonna go ahead and set the face, focusing this powder in the T-zone. That's where I personally get oily throughout the day. Okay, now I'm gonna actually take my e.l.f. sponge again after powdering and just gently press over the skin. And this will also help kind of rejuvenate the skin and bring back that really glowy, healthy look that we initially got because it gets rid of the surface powder and presses it into the skin. And since that powder has gorgeous glow to it, when I use a sponge to press it into the skin, it just kind of emphasizes the glowiness of the powder. I think it looks so pretty. All right, so my face looks really good. With a base like this, you can really go both ways. You can go super glam or you can keep it really fresh because you have the coverage but like the natural finish. So if you wanted to just move straight into like an everyday super simple routine, these base products would go with that, but also you get the coverage and the flawlessness for like a more glam look. So I'm gonna kind of do something in between today. Let's start off by applying a little bit of bronzer, and this has been one of my go-tos recently. I just shared this in my favorites video as well. This is from Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's the Bronze and Blushing Duo. I always forget exactly what it's called, but I'm gonna just take the bronzer in this palette. It's a really nice baked formula. And I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and just start to kind of swirl this onto the face to start to warm things up a little bit. This bronzer has a little bit of a sheen to it, so again, it's gonna really add to that healthy glow that I'm looking for today. Okay, I'm building that up in all of the places where the sun would naturally hit my face. So I'm kind of going across the nose. I love doing this. I find that it just makes everything look super fresh and like you're glowing from within. I'm gonna hop around a little bit. I always like to do bronzer before brows because I kind of get the bronzer into the brow area a little bit. So I'm gonna go into my brow pencil. I've been using this a ton lately, all over again. I mean, I've talked about this for forever on my channel. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Infinity Waterproof Eyebrow Liner in the shade Audrey. I've been using it a lot because it's such a good pencil for when I just need to like hurry and fill in my brows. It's a pencil that I know I can't really mess up with. So when I need my brows to be done in a jiffy, this is what I reach for, even over my Benefit one in this case where I need it to just fill in my brows really fast, because the Benefit one I do take a little bit more time since it's a bit darker and it's a little bit more pigmented. So it takes a little bit more energy and like focus for me to get a nice looking brow with that. This one I literally feel like I can just chuck it in the brows and it looks good. Okay, brows are done for now. You know what eyeshadow palette I've been using a lot lately? I just started using it like last week, but I haven't stopped since I picked it up. And I actually bought this a while ago, but I haven't had a chance to really try it until last week. This is the KKW Beauty Matte Mauve palette. Oop, there's the little protector layer that just fell out. This color scheme, you guys, so pretty, and it's all mattes obviously, so it's really easy to use for every day, and I've been loving it. And for an everyday look, I actually dip into the two center shades the most, these two. I've actually mixed them before, which I might do today. I think I'm gonna actually dip into this shade right here, which is a little bit more of a peachy tone. This one's not necessarily a mauve, but it goes really well with the other mauve shades in the palette. I'm gonna just tap away any concealer that's on the eyes, and I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and start to press this onto the eyelids. I was actually wearing this eyeshadow palette in my favorites video, and I layered another eyeshadow palette on top for the shimmers, but this was the base of what I was wearing. Same thing on this eye. So I like to do one kind of buffed out layer all over the lid, and then I dip back into the shade and focus a little bit more right on the eyelids to just get a little bit more payoff there. I'm gonna take the same shade on a smaller brush and apply it all the way across the lower lash line. And that's the eyeshadow. Like, so easy. I know that's probably like way too simple for some people, but I love this color all over the eyes, and it's been what I've been reaching for looks like this specifically. I really, really like it. So we're gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. I'm gonna be using the Cosmetics Pick Me Up Mascara. I reached for this a few days ago, and again, it's one of those things where like I was reminded of how nice it is, so I've just kept using it. This is the most simple yet most flattering eye look. Literally 2 products, and there's something about that shade that I'm just obsessed with. Okay, there's a couple of marks on the eyelids. I will try to remember to deal with that later. I say try to remember because I usually forget, and if I do, that's okay. For highlighter, I recently reached for this, and I haven't put it down. It's so crazy like how often I'll do like a full face of nothing new, or just like clean up my makeup room and find things that I really want to use again. And that was the case with this Benefit Dandelion Twinkle highlighter. I just started using it. I don't know. I found it in my collection and just started using it again. And I really like how subtle and soft it is. This has a bit of like a champagne-y, almost silvery pink finish to it, but it's not a super chunky highlight, which I love. So again, for looks like this where you want to look super effortless and done up but not overdone, this has been one of my go-tos for that kind of a situation. It's great for every day. It's great for glam looks. I'm just putting it down the center of my face to highlight that. But you can see how nice that looks on the skin. And of course, if you take the e.l.f. sponge again and go over that, it makes it even more natural looking, which I love. For blush, I started using this and haven't put it down. I mean, obviously, I also really love the blush in this Jaclyn Cosmetics palette, but this Bare Minerals bronzer in the shade Kiss of Pink is everything. And I thought that it would be beautiful with this eyeshadow. It actually matches perfectly, so I haven't used those together. I've used this eyeshadow and then another blush and then this blush by itself with other eyeshadow palettes, but I'm excited to use them together because I've been reaching for both of these separately and they look so nice together. I'm just gonna smile and apply this to the apples of the cheeks, blending it up toward the end of the eyeshadow so it kind of all combines in that area. There's something about this tone, this like pink, but it's got a little bit of almost like a terracotta undertone to it. I'm all about it, folks. Okay, same thing. I'm just gonna go over that with my e.l.f. sponge as well. And then I'm just gonna kind of wipe off any foundation that got on the lips. I've been loving the Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liners. This was also in my favorites video. Caramel Latte specifically, I've been using a ton, but I wanted to use the shade Cupcake today because that's my other favorite. Cupcake is definitely more pink. And with this look, you could honestly lean a little bit more nude if you wanted to for the lips. But I thought it would be pretty to just kind of throw in some brighter pink lips, especially since spring is right here. I'm so excited to be doing like spring makeup looks now. It makes me so happy to be able to use brighter tones. Isn't that so pretty? You could definitely just wear this as a lipstick, but this is amazing. This was also my favorites video. I mean, it makes sense that like half these products were in my favorites video because they truly are what I've been using. But this is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly, and I'm gonna use the shade Chill. This is to die for. It's so good. So I'm just applying that right on top. And I love the clear shade because you can obviously just use the clear on your bare lips and it looks amazing. But doing it like this on a lip liner makes any lip color look amped up and more luxurious without actually altering the color too much underneath, which I really like. Okay, I'm such a fan of this look. We're gonna go ahead and assess the situation. I'm gonna dip into my Jaclyn Cosmetics bronzer and add a bit more to the forehead. Of course, as always, there would not be a tutorial of mine if we didn't add more bronzer. I'm going back in with the brush we used with the e.l.f. Halo powder and just making sure that the center of the face is nice and set. But you can see it didn't lose the glow, which I love. All right, we're gonna set the face. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty Always an Optimist spray. I've been really into just like refreshing dewy setting sprays. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this all over, focusing on the sides of the face because I get oily in the T-zone, but I don't mind if the sides of my face look super dewy. Going back in with my e.l.f. sponge and pressing the setting spray into the face. Before I forget, I do want a little bit of an inner corner highlight, so I'm actually gonna take the Dandelion Twinkle highlight and just kind of apply a bit of this in that inner corner. You could leave it without an inner corner highlight. There's just something about a highlight in the inner corner that I feel like I can't complete a look without, but it is optional. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Last but not least, I'm going to set the brows. You guys know how much I love my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Of course, I've been using that a lot, but I recently tried out the Kosas Brow Gel, and I've been trying to make a point to really give this a good shot and see how it compares. So that's what I'm going to be using today. So far, I really like it, and the packaging is just phenomenal on this. I think it's so pretty. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember I said I was going to try to get rid of the mascara marks? I'm glad I didn't forget. I'm just going to take my eyeshadow brush and buff that. I feel like I used too much pressure and buffed away a little bit of eyeshadow, so I'm going to actually take a bit more eyeshadow and just replace what I buffed away. I'm just gently taking the blush brush I was using. I didn't add any more product to it, but I just wanted a little more something something on my cheeks. And now I'm gonna take my hair down and then we're done. All right, you guys, so there you have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I created this look and seeing what I've been reaching for so often. I'm obsessed with all these products and it was so nice to wear them all together. This really could be my new go-to everyday look, like this exact routine. That's how much I love these tones and all these products. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And also a huge thanks again to e.l.f. for sponsoring today's video. If you want to check out the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, I will have it linked in the description box down below. I highly recommend this. You guys already know I've been using and loving this for so long. And I'm just so grateful to be working with e.l.f. Cosmetics. Like that is just surreal to me because e.l.f. is like iconic. I love e.l.f. Who doesn't love e.l.f. honestly? So I was really happy to be able to work with them on today's video and it was so much fun to be be able to talk about my current favorite CC cream, which is theirs. So I feel like that worked out perfectly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I am feeling so fresh in this makeup. I wish I had somewhere to go. But at the same time, these kind of fresh everyday looks paired with like sweatpants is my favorite, with like a messy bun. There's something about that too. So maybe I'll change into my pajamas and just chill out for the rest of the night. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.